It's Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, the odd couple. Let's start here, Rob. Really good story. And you know this as a writer. You and I have both done these types of stories. It was a story in The Athletic where they talked to league executives anonymously. And so you know the deal. You talk to them anonymously, you really get the true feelings. You know, if you're asking about a team or a player, on the record,
most good stories are anonymous.
Right.
They just are.
And you know, early in your career, really even my career, initially when I started, it had to be something special to use an anonymous quote. You know, you really had to be
not
breaking
just anything.
Something.
You need to be right.
And now it's to the point where, you know,
like somebody can take a cheap shot at somebody and they'll cover them. You know what I mean? And that's not really what an anonymous source is supposed to be about.
It shouldn't be about
no.
that. So anyway, they were talking about various things around the NFL. I want to hit you with what was said about Pat Mahomes by a league executive, of course, for another team. He said this about Mahomes and how he should approach free agency when that comes. Kansas City doesn't have obvious holes, but the other part of free agency that doesn't get talked about is you are budgeting for the quarterback, whether it's next year or the year afterward. That is part of the process right now. Does Mahomes want to push it and have nobody to play with, or does he want to be the top guy for a couple months and leave some room to have people to play with? So it seems like it's saying the question for Mahomes is, does he want to break the bank and get absolutely as much as he can? Or will he settle for, of course, being the top paid guy, but not getting every last dime so you can, you know, keep a strong team around you? It's kind of, I think this is a little bit of an overstatement to say it's the Tom Brady model, because nobody's saying Mahomes won't be or shouldn't be the top paid guy. But I guess it's somewhat the Brady model in that he won't be, you know, getting as much as he could on the market. What do you think? Should he go for what I'll call the Brady model, but you understand what I'm saying? It's not exactly that. Or should he just try to break the bank?
No way, no how should he follow any Brady model where Brady has to beg his way into $50 million his last 2 years because he felt like he never got paid what he was worth during his heyday in his prime. And if I'm Patrick Mahomes, pay me, cash me out. I want to get every dime that's coming to me. And let's let the GM earn his money and figure out and put the other stuff together. That's not for me to do. The NFL can be very short-lived, and I want to get cashed out. And
because if you only get $40 million a year, I mean, God forbid.
You can do whatever you want. When our contracts come around,
God forbid.
I'm going to ask them for everything, and then say Chris can take less because he's good with it.
No, you ain't got nothing to say to me. Don't worry about my money. Don't worry about my money.
No, I'm worried about your money. I want you to give.
Actually, we kind of do. That's another topic.
I want you to give Rob G and Alex a cut of your money that you don't need.
This is about football. And here's the difference, Rob, because you know my take. My stand is, yes, Patrick Mahomes, get your money. However, if you're going to lose key components, and if you take $40 million a year and you're going to lose some key players that could help you win Super Bowls, or if you take $37 million a year and you keep those players, yeah, I'm fine with $37 million. Here's the difference. I'm not making generational changing money. That's I wouldn't tell this to an offensive lineman. I wouldn't say this to a running back. But quarterbacks, where it's $35 to $40 million a year, where the whole contract's going to be worth $200 million, you can't compare what I make to that. You can't even compare what the Skip and Stephen A make. No, it's not the principle.
Yes, it is.
It's the practicality.
You should get paid. No.
I'm not going to get money that's going to set up my children, their children, and their children. So don't compare me to Tom Brady. Tom Brady, even with pay cuts, made $250 million.
Still,
that changes his whole generation.
Yes, but why in the world then at the end did he want to get paid? Because it's still about why. Why if it doesn't matter? I'm asking you, why does it not matter? Why does it not matter? Why did
I
Tom
don't think
Brady?
it was just
He
about
could have
money.
stayed there. He could have stayed there for less because Chris, according to you, who's counting his pocketbook and bank account, he made $250 million.
Did.
What's the difference of another 50 in his last 2 years, or 40 or 30? He could have stayed there.
You see, you want to
It
keep
is about
acting
money.
Like, you want to keep acting like he left just because of
It
money.
is about
that
money.
Was a part of it.
No,
was
it is
about
a big
respect.
part of it.
Yes, it is a big part. Nobody's saying it's not a big part, but it's
if
not
it
the
didn't
whole
matter,
part.
it matters to him because otherwise he could have.
If it mattered, why in the world would he go to Tampa Bay for $50 million?
Because there
That's
was
not
no
all
other
he
place
could
to
get.
go. There were
He
no
coulda
other
asked for
offers.
more.
No,
he
there
could
was
have asked for more.
nobody.
He could have asked for $60 million.
Nobody. There was no market for Tom Brady.
I bet you.
He got what?
I bet you Tampa Bay would have gave him $60 million.
No, they wouldn't have. It's a stretch to give him $50 million for a 43-year-old quarterback. The bottom line is
going to lead you to the playoffs.
It's about getting your worth. You're the only guy who wants to. You and Tom Brady who'll take less. Most people just want what the market bears.
A lot of guys have taken less.
What the
when
market
LeBron
bears.
James went to Miami, he was willing to what? Take less.
Yes,
Dwayne
but did he
Wade,
take less when he came back?
What did Dwayne Wade do?
Did he take less?
I didn't say he does it every time, but he did it. He was willing to do it
He's rich
that time.
beyond. He can't make any more. When he came to L.A., he could have taken less. When he came to L.A., he can't make any more money. He's got sneakers. He's got everything. He can't help his generational money for his kids.
Rob,
he's already maxed out.
Here's
He's maxed
the difference. It didn't matter if LeBron took less for the sake of his team. They still were. Hold on, let me finish, because that's what it's about. I'm not just taking less to take less. I'm just saying, if it's going to help me put my team in a position where we can win Super Bowls versus where we can't. That's what I'm saying.
That's
and LeBron
not your
James, hold on,
problem.
let me finish. LeBron James taking the max did not stop the Lakers from getting Anthony Davis. It didn't stop them from being in position to get Kawhi Leonard. So why in the world would I take less?
Did Kobe Bryant hurt the Lakers at the end of his career? Yes or no?
What's that got to do with
I'm
anything?
asking you, answer my question, yes or no.
Did he get the max, Rob Parker?
Did he hurt his team in his last contract with the Lakers? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do know.
No,
he
I don't.
did. But
They
Kobe
wouldn't have
wanted
been
to get
good
paid.
regardless.
And
When he was old, they wouldn't have been any good.
Most people want to get paid. That's the bottom line, Chris. You could go ahead.
I want to get
with
paid
your
too, and don't dare bring up my
approach.
contract.
I'm just saying. I want you to give the
Seriously.
money to Alex and to
don't
Rob
get
G.
in my pocketbooks, Rob Parker, because I ain't making $30 million a year. So seriously, don't get in
Not
it.
yet.
This is about dudes making that type of money, where it doesn't matter, where there's no difference between 37 and 40 million a year. That's what this is about. This ain't about us. That's all the brother's saying. Anyway, what do you guys think? Should Mahomes take a little less?
And you know what?
Take every penny.
If you asked Arnold from Different Strokes whether Mahomes should take less, you know what he'd say to you? What you talking about, Chris? Because he wouldn't take less. Thank you.
You tried. I'll give you an A for effort on that.
Come on, man.
The thing is, the millennials have no idea what that means.
They know what that means. They don't get that.
Google it. Google Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman, what you talking about, Willis? I was one of the all-time great, what do they call, catchphrases.
Yes,
catchphrases.
Yes.
All right, David in Nebraska, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Wait, what you talking about, Willis? Come on now.
What you talking about, Willis?
Remember. All right.
I love Different Strokes.
Like us.
That was a good show.
Unfortunately, you're right. Hey, man, first of all, fellas, you guys killed it on Dan Patrick today, okay?
Oh, man.
You killed it. It was straight up great to listen to wake up this morning and listen to you guys, man. It was awesome. But anyway, I'll get to it, man. I want to agree with Rob. Patrick Mahomes needs to take his money, and here's why. I'm tired of kind of people acting like if a quarterback takes his money, then all of a sudden that means you're going to win 4 games next year or something. Okay? That ain't the way it is. Look at the
Well,
Seattle
guys
Seahawks.
haven't won Super Bowl. They can win games, but they haven't won Super Bowls.
Yeah, but Chris,
taking
if you,
that much.
if you
I'm
win
not
13
Wilson-
games
And
to
I'm
get to the
not saying
playoffs,
he's-
how does that mean you didn't
Hold on.
win the Super Bowl because he got paid? In Seattle, they
because
made
you
the
lose
playoffs.
some of your other players that would
That's
help
not
you get
the
over
reason
the
that
hump.
you might have had
why
a poor
hasn't anybody-
play.
Aaron Rodgers couldn't do it. Russell Wilson hasn't done it. Jimmy Garoppolo. Name one. Who's done it?
But you're talking about an era where only 2 or 3 teams have won a Super Bowl in the last couple of
maybe
years,
that's
but that ain't have nothing to do with it.
One of them
No,
doesn't break the
Chris,
bank.
you can't equate that
again,
for sure.
Hold on, and again, I'm not saying don't become the highest paid quarterback in the league. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you might not. Again, make sure your agent is on top of it and knows. Don't let the team hoodwink you. But if your agent is like, look, you take this much, you're gonna lose Hardman and Williams and Kelsey, and you're gonna lose some of your key players.
Chris, can I say
then
this to you?
That's your decision.
You're taking a big leap, and I want to get back to the calls, but what if a general manager mismanages the money that you saved the franchise or sign the wrong players?
Well, those
you
are
can't defense against that.
Those are nuances that will work out. I agree. I'm not saying just for every player, but my key guys, Kelsey, Tyreek, and now they're locked up for a while. So is Frank Clark. So they got guys locked up for a few years, so they're in decent shape. I'm not saying do it for everybody, but make sure you still got a team that can win Super Bowls.
Phil in
you're gonna
Tampa.
be rich regardless.
You're on the
rings.
Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Phil?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I got to side with Broussard here. He's right, man. If you generational wealth, come on, man. $3 million is not going to make or break. You want to win the Super Bowl. That's why these guys play.
Phil, it doesn't mean that you automatically win the Super Bowl. And here's the other part.
Of course it doesn't, Rob.
All right, cool.
We're
Let me just make my
get
point,
the
Chris.
best
Can I
team
make my
around
point?
you.
Can I make my point? And the other part is Mahomes at some point after he retires from the NFL is going to have to pay for his own health care for him and his family.
Yeah,
so he needs that extra money.
Yeah, stop it.
Isaiah.
That's the point you wanted to make?
Yes,
My goodness, you
Isaiah in
should've saved that
Baltimore.
one.
No, that's a good point of the way that the healthcare industry is
I agree
going.
with you on that, but not. Come on.
Isaiah, what's up?
Guys. Hey, so how you guys doing? But I just wanted to say, I think Patrick, he should definitely try to aim to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, but I don't think he should take the most money he can get because at the end of the day, there's 52 people on his roster. He knows he's a very good leader. He knows he would not be there without Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Eric Fisher, Frank Clark, all those guys. So he should do if he wants to continue to win championships. Now, maybe he's content with winning 1 or 2, but if he wants to win as many as he can, he should do what he can to help money go around.
Great call,
Isaiah,
call.
Isaiah, he doesn't take the money. They don't win another Super Bowl. Now what? Now what
Rob,
would be your?
you
No, that's
you're
my
right.
scenario. That's my scenario. They don't win another Super Bowl.
You can't be
then
happy
what?
without
what?
every single penny. My
Every
goodness.
single penny, because I'm not saving
That's
billionaires
sad.
money. I'm not
It's
saving
a
them
cap,
money.
Rob.
It's a
salary
BS cap. It's a
Well,
BS
then
cap.
Get rid of the cap. I'm
That's the
down with
union's
getting rid
problem.
Of the cap,
That
but
cap is
until they
phony.
Do that,
You don't
it's
need no
there,
cap.
Though.
Baseball doesn't have a damn cap. It doesn't stop teams
First
and
of
guys
all,
from winning.
That's baseball. That's great.
There's no cap.
That's a separate argument,
No, it's
Rob.
not. No, it's not. It is
Stop
not.
It. You
No.
want to live in a fantasy world and say
baseball
there's
has no cap. It hasn't stopped guys from winning championships.
Really?
It's phony, Chris. Your premise
Rob,
is phony.
No,
it's
Rob.
phony.
All right, go ahead and then let me answer you. Because you're accusing me of something that I'm not even trying to argue. I'm not arguing that if they didn't have a cap, break the bank. But there is a cap. The time to fight, it's not Patrick Mahomes' job for his contract to fight against the cap. They had their chance to fight against the cap, and they didn't do it. So until they get rid of the cap, these are the rules.
I'm not saving billionaires money.
Rob,
I'm not doing it.
That's
I'm
fine.
not.
Fine. But I'm saying as long as there's a cap, I don't disagree with you that it might be a phony number. But it's there. And if the players want to fight against the cap, the time to do it is during collective bargaining. It's not on the individual because it's there. Now nothing Mahomes can do about it.
I just think it's unfair to pick on one guy that has to give up. Ask everybody, all the guys on the team, to give up a little bit of money. They're all making a lot of money.
Well, they're not
all
making
52 guys. It doesn't matter.
What the
doesn't
quarterback's
matter.
making.
They make way more than most people in this
Elliott
country.
Broke the bank as a running back. He's not even going to make half of what Dak Prescott's making. Ezekiel Elliott is far better at his position than Dak is. He's not going to make half of that. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't tell a running back, a lineman, a cornerback to do this. But the quarterback can afford to give up a little if he needs to.